Hi, my name is Adam Z. I thought of the name Add Z for me. Oh, a year's too late. I went to Hot Topic. I didn't go there specifically. I had to go to the bathroom in the mall. And then I saw this check your head shirt. I thought I should have it. Well, it wasn't this one that drew me in. It was the Beastie Boys. I saw the Beastie Boys twice in Worcester. Oh, the to the Five Borough store wasn't even sold out, but it was an amazing show. They played something out again. But I got this microphone. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Anyway, so I'm just gonna say it's been a long weekend. It has not been perfect by a long shot, and I'm just trying to put something out there right now to be like positive. I'm really trying to be positive and like raise awareness. And now there's people here all of a sudden showing up. So like I've been through a lot this weekend, so I'm under duress. You don't have to run away. It's fine. I know. And here I am. I can also speak without a microphone and be articulate. So that said, it's been quite the weekend, you know. Haha. Oh no, I don't want to. I just want to make some music. And it's weird to preface this because I am an artist, musician, like a ballad musician type of guy, even though I'm really legitimately using newer instruments that I didn't grow up using, like a turntable. And I won't tell you that story. What I came on here to do is I feel like music is the great healer, and I just so you know, I am in Vermont, and I am like I don't disclose shit. Like, excuse my language, but I know about mental health, and I've worked in mental health, and I have this tattoo here that like the cool kids or whatever would know, which is a semicolon, which I won't say. You just ask your friends, and just know. Like, I just told the people at Hot Topic where I saw they had Beastie Boy shirts, and I didn't have one, so why not? There's some cool hipper ones, but I chose this one. Check Your Head, seminal album. The seminal album, you know. I deserve a podcast, don't I? Yeah, I'll be, what's his name? What happened to the It's Corn kid? I just thought of him. Where is he now? That's the thing. We have these gifts of, that's the cool thing. Like, what happened to what's going? Oh, that corn kid. It's corn. What? I mean, C-O-R-N, not 90s nostalgia. Okay, so really, like, it's been a lot. Like, I just posted something on YouTube that took me like all day, and I just wanted to make a nice jam this morning. So the reason I'm really coming on, even though like I'm in Vermont and like mental health's a thing now, and in a lot of ways, and has been for a while, even though I've been part of it for a number of years, starting just after I graduated high school, to be disclosing in that way. But it doesn't mean like I'm a mental patient completely, because maybe I'm lucky that it happened to me when I was early or in my journey, because I was able to say like, WTF, what do I do? And that's the thing, and I don't want to get into a big talk about it because people's have different opinions. Hi, who's this? Who just said hey? Oh, it's the unknown person with the, I forget your name, dude, or dudette. I don't know, and that's yeah, I never know. Hey, yo, whoever just said hey, if anyone's chiming in, can someone tell me like the best thing to say that's like man? Like dude for all genders, right? Like, what's the thing you say? B? Would B work? That's a good one. All right, B's. That's what I'll say. Yeah. Oh, the underrated TikToker. Yes, sir. And let's see who. You should follow this guy. There's so many underrated TikTokers. And this thing that I just posted on YouTube was literally a live I wanted to do earlier today. But like it, and then post, because I am like I branch out more than just TikTok, and that's where it gets annoying, because it turns in, and that's the shitty part of trying to be an artist musician at this point. Even though I'm not just like picking it up to do it, I'm just saying like half of it is like dealing with technological issues. And that's a real pain if you just want to make music. And then I start explaining myself, and I sound whiny or whatnot. Oh, that one like 11, keep liking, it'll boost me. And that's honestly like at a certain point what most artists want: money and recognition. Now, all right, that's the thing. Money and recognition are almost, well, money's important to anyone who works or has to do anything generally, unless you don't have to worry about it. That's a thing that's more so now than when I was younger. So I guess I will go on. Because I was 18 and I got home and I was like, what the fuck do I do? And after I had a hiatus, if you can put it like that. And it's a long story. And recovery is not linear, if you can remember that. But just know, if you're working with people who are having difficulties with mental health, then just know it's just like it's a recovery. It's a lifelong thing. Recovery isn't necessarily you get there. And this is a thing I used to say to people. It's an old Sanskrit saying, is that once you get there, there's another get there to get to. I stumbled on my words. Once you get there, there's another there you gotta get to. You know, this ancient wisdom is in this video that I just tore my hair out. I didn't tear my hair out. There were just so many technical difficulties. I am pretty sure I'm compromised, and there's a lot of people who may be bad actors watching me, but don't worry about them. Like and share. That's the best way to get them back. If you're rooting for me in any way, the guy who wants to like normalize sanity, even if you have mental health, right? Or issues, or whatever you want to call it. I really just like making music, and I never wanted to get this deep into like the societal things, even though I always have really wanted to make a positive difference. So that said, it's all very complicated, of course, because it is planet Earth, right? You know, I mean, I guess this Earth is gonna have problems. Have you heard of Cornel West? Does anyone out there know Cornel West? He's a Harvard philosopher, and he has this idea of how the world is always gonna be sort of a mess, but the meaning of life is this Greek word that I can't remember that means the search for joy. Isn't that something? The search for joy. And you know what brings me joy? A lot of joy is music. And I think it's really helpful, especially when it's well done and it's not made for profit. And that's where I stand and continue to stand. And the music that I use from other people, like, I want to honor that always as much as completely as possible, to respect the artists that I'm sampling, if you will, to make some turntable music that's perhaps not not like just not just, but like there's so, dude, no, real story. Like, I missed the whole like dance hall EDM thing. Like, I was hanging out in clubs and listening to like alt hip hop, and when that was all happening, and researching other musicians, because my primary instrument is guitar, and I'm a blues man at heart. It doesn't mean that a blues man can't play. Look no farther than Buddy Guy or Eric Clapton himself. So yeah, now I'm losing my train of thought. Except I'm exhausted. I did not sleep. Last night was really rough. So honestly, my dear friends, if you can like and share, like, that would mean the world to me right now. But I was just gonna make it a little snappy one. I'm gonna try to get off here pretty soon, because yeah, I actually got an invitation to see Nikki Haley today. Like, real story. Like I read the news. Oh, someone shared it. Cool. Thank you. But really, real story. Like, I was like, but the thing is, I had no real desire to go. I got on her list somehow, and she gave me a ticket. And the long story short is, it was interesting because there were some there were Palestinian freedom people protesting outside, and they were good, and I talked to them, but you know, it's weird because it's a college town, so it was like them and like this older guy, and then the news camera showed up, and it's just weird. But I did recommend, if you want to see a really good movie, see Red State, and it's directed by Kevin Smith of Clerks fame. And I am running out of breath at a certain point because it's tiring to, breathe air incessantly while talking. It's a weird way to say that, I get that. But really, if you want to see a seriously, good, it's older now. I mean, it's like 10, 15 years old, but it's Kevin Smith, and he's a great director, and writer. But if you want to sort of take a real assessment of what's going on in a lot of ways, you see that movie, it's that'll be wow, there you are. Just there it is, Red State by Kevin Smith of Clerks fame. And I'm going, oh, right, so Nikki Haley herself is obviously just a sweet, kind, sing-songy Southern accent voice lady who is entrenched in Washington. And that's the conversation we had up here in Vermont, is the reality is, she was talking about she wants to help kids because her son is a senior in college and has to work to still get A's. That was her rousing moment. And it's really? And that's a problem we have in Vermont. We have this Republican governor of the whole state of Vermont. Scott is his name, Phil Scott, and he's the ultimate poster boy for Vermont Republicans. But the issue here that we're facing, I think, is directly due to the fact that if you have a Republican administrator or executive, you're going to have a lot of, and that's the nature of a Republican. No matter how well intentioned or good a person they are, if they're held being, what's the word I'm looking for? Beholden. If they are beholden to the GOP and all the pressures that are in, and also the hires all the way down throughout the government. See, that's the thing. Well, I started chanting, we got to get Scott out of Vermont. They were talking about get the hate out of Vermont. And they were angry. That was weird to see. It was so bizarrely surrealistic in that these younger people are fiercely passionate about it because, I'm not going to get into it, but Israel's response was terrible to what happened. But what happened to start the thing was super terrible. So all of that said, I'm Switzerland right there. I won't go any farther. Peace to the Beastie Boys and the last song, which actually is in this video. It was because I just recorded it on my computer. But it seems like the whole internet has made the thing much more of a problem than it should have ever been. But real story is, So, but I talked to them, and they're cool. And I met an artist who was literally just there to be a non-partial, de-escalator, to just be there to make sure nothing seriously bad happened. And they were like, you can't hide, Nikki Haley. Oh, and then I walked there. It's bizarre. She was just down the road. I get the invite. Fine, cool, I'll go. I didn't really, but I was late, so I didn't get to hear her speech. But what I heard was a nice Southern Democratic lady, or Republican lady. She would have been a Democrat before Kennedy. She'd be a Kennedy Democrat. But anyway, that said is, because Democrats used to be the right side. You don't have to know that anymore. But the thing is, they're very good at smiling and nodding at the people. And then they go off back to Washington, and that's Washington career politics. And the reality is, we need, if anyone's a left-leaning person, we need some young, really statesman-like politician who knows America's history and knows where we need to go in the course of history, on the blue side, really. someone who knows something about something. Like, you can say whatever you want about Obama, but there's no doubt he's been the most presidential president in I think our lifetime, since maybe like Reagan and Clinton and the predecessors to that W fella, which we all I think find at this point to be an unfortunate character. And I won't go any farther about further presidents other than to say there's got to be some young and male. I think we learned that. I think from talking to people who are just that basely right, aligned with the GOP, they will not ever stand for a woman president. And then there was the Christian guy, obligatory there, holding a cross with Bibles trying to convert people. And then you have the traffic like honking at people, like, and that's what it turns into at the end. A big party right now. That's fine as long as no one gets hurt. But real story is anyone who cares about this country, we need to find pronto a smart diplomatic statesman, American historically aware male of maybe Latino or who's aware of because that's the thing, like what did I'll just say this. Obama put in he made the Dreamers thing a real thing, right, the dream, and then that got taken away. And also he made the Consumer Protection Bureau, and that got taken away. And I'll leave it there. But yeah, if anyone cares about like just righting the ship somewhat, or a lot, like turning it uncapsized, we need a younger, male, culturally aware congressman somewhere in those hallowed halls of the Congress building. Because it was weird. Because when I walked in, the room was packed because I was late. But it was like being at Congress. It's very quiet. It was expected to be quiet. But I don't know if it's still like that. But yeah, no, it's weird because Vermont is small, and like Maine and Vermont are like two very smallly populated states. But the people here are very good. Generally, it's just blindsided by the whole thing, because that's the thing. No one expected. I think honestly Vermont has been missing the whole fact that they've had this Republican governor for like 6-7 years, and he's just a puppet for right-wing politics up here. The one good thing he did was legalize marijuana. First he did it, just say like, fuck it, if you have it, smoke it. But then he made retail, and that was weird how that was rolled out. But anyway, I think on that note, I would love to just puff, but I want to jump off because it's taxing. So show me some love if you can with likes, just randomly, just tap the screen. Right? I don't like to be the guy. Da da woo. But if you could do that for me, my heart would fill with joy. Yeah. And you don't have to overdo it. Thank you for that. L. Thank you, L. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I'm sorry. I have I am nearsighted, so I can't see these things. Where's underrated TikToker? Are you here? Hi, L. I do, and that's the thing. I do care about people. I really do, and but the reality is, hey, man. What should I call you, underrated TikToker? See, that's the thing. I don't know what to call L either. I'm so because I'm pretty straight. Like, I'm mostly straight male and white, even though I have some darker skin in me, I guess. I have an olive complexion. But the reality is, I'm really sensitive to the whole gender spectrum, and I never really know how to address anyone. So L, an underrated TikToker. Okay, cool. All right, Al. Cool. And I'll just call you underrated TikToker, dude. I'll just call you dude. But yeah, I think again. So that's it for now. And let me. I do. Sometimes I set up loops beforehand. I think I'm just gonna maybe spin a bit, because like this rig of mine is something else, and it is. It's a conglomeration of a lot of stuff I've collected over the years. So enough about me. Let's get to the music. Let's see if I can do this too without me boneheading it up, because that's always bombing is like. I saw Phoenix. He made a mistake. The singer for Phoenix, when I saw him in Boston, he was like, I messed up. But then he joked around and he got right back into it. I was told that once. You just got to play through your mistakes. All right, so let's see. This is going to be deep. I think it's going to be hopeful. There we are. This is good. Okay, cool.
Of songs. Yeah, and songs that still play. They principle, but they do make sense. Like it's just kind of fun to sing your hands and figuring it.
off their frustration. That's the nature of disco. Yes? Oh, they hacked it. No, they're hacking it. Get into it. I like it. I love it. You can't hate this song. You cannot hate it. The original. Tell me this town ain't got no heart. Used to be the heart of town. Don't tell me this town ain't got no heart. Just got a boat ground. that ended well. Nice. Oh, thanks for the likes. You guys are great. That made my weekend good. I hope you had a good, okay weekend. I'll stick around. If you want to see this again, holy shit, what is that? Oh, it's my keyboard. They freaked out. The gods freaked out. No, really. If you want to see this is going to be on my YouTube. There's another Adam Zurier out there that's not me. I have 2 YouTube accounts. I'll tell you the truth. I had my old Gmail account got too bloated, full of garbage over the years. I started in like early on. I'm a loser who didn't get the original invite, even though I knew people. But they just wouldn't go. Weird story. But anyway, so a few years ago I started a new one. I'm not going to tell you my Google names, but you can look. I'll be Adam Zurier. But there's another one. Weird. It's weird. It's not me. So, like, true story. I'm not making this up. This is weird. This doesn't. If you don't have to deal with this, good for you, and you shouldn't. Crazy. People are crazy. Stalkers. Imitators. I worked with this girl who said she went to college, and there was this girl who just imitated everything she did. It's like that level. Except there's more people in it. But don't worry that. Let's just all water under the bridge. I think we're one big human family right now. And that's the aim. Because we take a journey through music right now. We take a journey through music. One whole community. Oh, hey, Marie. You always got here. Just go at the end. Well, I'm going to post. I am, because I'm posting this stuff on YouTube. And that's the cool thing about TikTok in a lot of ways. It's like a free. I know. I'll say it now. It's almost free, like, web hosting. That's going to ruffle feathers. But honestly, I don't just, like, put drivel out. Like, that's the thing. That's what I learned on. That's, like, the real deal. If you're going to be putting stuff out, you do not. If you're going to put stuff out there, make it quality. And that's what I try to do every time. Sometimes I get haywire. I just delete those the next day, generally. Yeah. But, yeah, no. I do. I enjoy the music. And I saw this Fish band called Reprise. They're not Fish. Well, they sort of are, because one of them played with them. But real story, they were covering a whole set of Fish from like 1992 or something. Great music. Not for everyone. It does. It gets repetitive. I think that's the worst you could say. The jam band stuff is like music for music people in a great way. Unless they're just playing covers. But that's the thing. That's the thing that a lot of people don't get when they see bands like The Dead or any jam band or Fish or whatnot that goes out there. That it's all really based on very complicated music, but then they get to a point where they can improvise, like jazz even. That's what jazz musicians do too. I'm trained in jazz. That's the only training. I can't read. I know theory, scales, chords, inversions, arpeggios, all sorts of chord changes and whatnot. I don't know specific chords and I cannot read. I'm working on that. It's like I did. Anyway, I'm not going to whine anymore. You go your own way. You do what makes you guys feel happy. Thanks for hanging in there with me right now. I appreciate it so much. You guys made my weekend like a million times better by being here, Al. You guys reach out anytime. All right? I got to say, I think the underrated TikToker isn't here anymore. But he's cool. I think it's a dude. I'm pretty sure it's a dude. But L, are we known to each other? Okay, we're following. All right. You're not letting me follow you back? Okay, that's fine. It's your choice. Who are you? Hunktopia. All right, Al. Well, just remember, this is me making this music, so even though I'm using other people's music, I still my intellectual sort of property in that way. So please don't use this to like, make your, don't use my. I would hope that anyone who enjoys my music and like even listens to it ever, not when I'm on, would be giving me credit. And that's what an artist really wants. Aside from money, like everyone else, enough money to get by, not too much. which I have right now, which I'm grateful for, but like recognition and like acclaim. And then just to do it as much as possible, because musicians like us are crazy like that. We want to be doing that all the time, mostly, unless it's totally inappropriate, and then we don't. But this has all been super appropriate. Thank you all. You guys are gold. You have hearts of gold. Can I say that fairly? If you don't feel that way, I really gotta pee. I gotta see this guy. Hey man, who are you?
What's up?
I'll follow you.
Nah, I'm good. I'm not.
Alright. He's good. Alright, bye. Alright, anyone, who are you? New York. You have New York? New York is what? Holy Christ. This is you were here. Well, you just say hi anytime, New York. Um, my parents lived in New York in the 60s. Oh, here's the thing. I was just talking to the person down at the Palestinian rally who was the de-escalating person. So this is Sister Mary Carita. So this was my older parents who were in their 30s in the in like the Summer of Love were there. Oh no, Cap Z. Hey Cap Z, how you been? I was just talking about this artist, Sister Mary Carita, and that's my mom's favorite. My mom was troubled, but she really liked this. And it says, faith is like a bird who feels the light and sings while the dawn is still dark. And my dad made sure I had that after my mom passed. She passed 20 years ago, last December. But let's not go there. The real story is this is another one. And this is the thing. And this is where it's at. Common cause. Can you read that? Can you read that? I can't get it right. But this is the thing. Can you read that there? It says, nations decay, only the citizen, critical and loving, can bring them back to life. And it's common cause. And my dad actually worked on the Mondale campaign, of all things, losing to Nixon. Mondale was a good guy. I mean, the left at the time. Hunter Thompson, that's Fear and Loathing on the campaign trail, 74. Mondale. Different times, but who knows? I really got to go to the bathroom. All right, New York, hit me up anytime. Is it just New York City or all of New York is watching this? If this is a feed that like multiple people in New York is watching, like I feel like I should get some. It's depraised, decline. I gotta piss. Jeez, I gotta go to the head. I gotta go to the can. What do they say in New York? I gotta go to the restroom. I just gotta go piss like a racehorse right now to say that. I shouldn't say that. I've got to go to the toilet. All right, peace. And so, yeah, literally, so I don't, like, make a stain on the floor. Joke. Peace. Love you guys. Platonically. Peace.